Well, welcome back, my fellow duplicants. So, in the last episode here, we were able to get this hydrogen rocket up and launched really far into space. So, it's flying all the way out here, all the way out to this volcanic planet. Now, it's already gone there, and it's on its way back. So, we have 16 cycles before it makes its way back with a load of magma. In the meantime, though, my duplicants have built up all of these different steam turbines here in hopes to actually recover a good amount of the potential electric power that we can get out of this. So I have walled in the backside of this silo using a bunch of obsidian tiles right here. And I had to go down all the way down here to harvest all of that obsidian. So let me just find it right down here. So that was all of this stuff. And this chamber here, which was running that steam turbine, is now kind of cooled. So I might want to dig into this area right here just to kind of boost up its heat again. This stuff is still 1,300 degrees Celsius, so it's plenty hot. Matter of fact, we got some areas over here that's 1,500 degrees Celsius. Now, the idea behind the piped magma is the fact that we can take super hot stuff and run it through kind of a heating loop or something like that. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do with the piped magma yet. I read through pretty much all the comments here and nobody had any ideas for it. So, besides cooking critters, which I think we can do with rocket exhaust, by the way. We do have some extra pips down here. We are controlling them through the use of the egg cracker whenever they show up. But we're also maintaining the population using the incubators, right? So that kind of combination. All right, so the other thing I'm doing here is just trimming down the amount of shine bugs I have. I've got more than enough to run the shine bug reactor, so it doesn't really make sense to have more than that. Besides having a huge amount of light over here, how much do we have? Ooh, 226,000 lux, but I don't really need that much. So we're going to trim that down just a little bit so that I'm not overproducing light in this area. And that's just using up a little bit power of, we might lose a frame or so just because we have too many shine bugs over there. So we're just going to trim that back down to the point where we need it, which is about 80 shine bugs or so. I think compared to the 140 or so I have right now. So anyhow, that's what's up. But the other thing is that we have these poke shells, but we don't really have a good way of getting rid of them besides using the egg cracker, which means we don't get the most important thing out of them, which is going to be that molt, right? And we use that molt to make steel, and that's the only reason I have poke shells. So while freezing them down here, yeah, it does work. It would be far more interesting if we would cook them with rocket exhaust. So a couple people commented that same sort of idea of basically killing them with lava or heat. So yes, I think we're going to try to do it, but using rocket exhaust. I have this spot over here, currently not being used. Let's drop a couple poke shells in there and see if they get a little crispy, huh? All right, as for the hydrogen rocket, you can see that we do have the steam turbine set up. So that's good. We got a temperature sensor that opens and closes the doors, but we don't... I don't know if I want the liquid to run back in here for a while just to cool down the steam, or if I just want to siphon it off, turn it into oxygen. Or another idea was to potentially feed it to steam rockets and then fire those off. But the only thing is that steam rockets really don't do you a lot of good unless you have a booster on them. Because at least with a booster you can go somewhere like a carbon asteroid. Whereas right now I can't really do that. Ooh, yeah, that'll work. It's gonna be a little toasty in there. So maybe we don't actually bring the dupes in there. We just drop the eggs in there. Wait, if we just drop the eggs in there, then we'll just drop all the eggs in there. That's not good. Oh, here comes the other rocket. This one is coming back from, yes, the living planet. So I should be able to get a fair amount of iso resin from that. Some oxygen, not that I care about that. Oh, maybe I do care about that. And aluminum ore. Mostly I just care about the iso resin. As you can see, the oxygen is just venting away. Okay, goodbye. Let's see what happens when it comes back. See if we can actually capture that oxygen. Ooh, feed it right into the liquid oxygen system. That would be nice. I suppose one way we could do that is if I just move this door over a little bit on top. If this is oxygen up here and I have one of those detector dudes and a filter dude, then I could take the oxygen and just pipe it directly in there. Oh, okay. That'd be a good improvement. Which means rather than using a vacuum up here, I want to use wallpaper. So I gotta get rid of all of the background buildings real quick. But here it is, the rocket's back. You can see these steam turbines, they're running a lot, by the way. So that's good. All right, so we can see what we have inside the rocket here. We've got aluminum ore, oxygen, isoresin, ooh, and a little bit of fullerene. So that's good. However, I don't think the oxygen is actually going to make it out of the rail because it's just too hot. Wait. Oh, there it is. There's some oxygen. Yeah, this is going to end up full of oxygen over here. No, because see, as it passes through closed doors, it heats up. Okay. Feel like we need a filter for the shipping line. That would be nice. But until then, enjoy your oxygen space. It's all right. I didn't really go there for oxygen. It's just kind of interesting that it ends up here and it ends up... How did it end up here? Where's this coming from? That doesn't make any sense at all. How's there all this oxygen over here? What? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Wow. So, there's a chance we could end up with a mysterious amount of oxygen inside of the chambers, even when it isn't the same silo. I don't know, but we're definitely going to try to feed it back into the oxygen system down here. I guess I could detect it here as well if we get oxygen in this spot. This technically is drywall back there now, so it's... Okay, I thought it was wallpaper. It was wallpaper at one point, but now it's drywall. Okay. So if it's oxygen, it'll go down here. Everything else, like carbon dioxide, it's going out into space. Ha! Of course, what power grid are you going to run off of? Well, as it turns out, we don't need the hydrogen generator anymore, so I can get rid of that. It's at least one thing that I can get rid of. And we can get rid of the automation for that, so that's good. I can make use of more power transformers and run conductive wires wherever they need to go, which means we might actually be able to plug in the arcade. Catalina, what else are you looking at here? I think she just likes to go over there and sit in the telescope room every once in a while. She's not actually researching anything. We have researched the temporal tear. It's all the way out here at 180,000 kilometers. You can see here, this is the source of our misfortune, though it may also be the source of our freedom. That is actually the ultimate goal in Oxygen Not Included. If you can send a duplicate through that, then technically that is the end of the game. Ish. The game doesn't actually ever end. You can keep going. Another good goal that we could potentially try to tackle here is gassy moos. So there is a couple locations that we can go to pick up some gassy moos. They really don't have a big purpose in your game at this stage because, I mean, they give off natural gas, which is useful for power, but do you really need more power if you can go out there and grab a gassy moo and bring it back and actually ranch it? No, you usually don't. But it's one of those things that you can do at the end of the game just to kind of, I don't know, give you something else to do. And it looks like we don't have to go that far if we really wanted to get some gassy moves, only to 50,000 and back. Okay, the other thing that people were telling me down here in the comment section below is that I don't necessarily want to research all the planets. Because as you can see right here, we have 58% tungsten and wolframite right there. So if I research this, we might actually split up those world composition a little bit. So I may not get as much from this planet. So I don't necessarily want to research that. I haven't researched anything this far out, except for just looking at it through a telescope. But that's something to keep in mind. So this is 50-50 for tungsten and wolframite. So I don't think I want to research this glimmering planet. And I do need more tungsten, so that might be another destination we go visit. You know, if this is oxygen up here, it's going to end up super hot. Well, it's going to end up super hot no matter what. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Although I think I would benefit from insulating this. Otherwise, that poor steam turbine is going to be a little toasty. I'll adjust that once I get the oxygen in the area, because if I do it right now, it's just going to end up a vacuum and that thing might melt. So we're not going to do that just yet. All right, so what to do with this hydrogen rocket and also the magma that might be coming back. All right, so I have 6 steam turbines over here. It's quite a few. If each one of these is running up to 2 kilograms per second, then that's just going to be a little bit too much for one pipe. So I think I'll have the first one just kind of dump its water back over here. That's going to keep recirculating some of the water to make more and more steam. As for the rest of this stuff, we'll connect it all into one pipe, just like this. Which means I might need a total of 10 electrolyzers. Whoa. All right. Whoa. Okay, so now I need a design that's going to work with 10 different electrolyzers. Here, we'll plan with priority level 1 real quick. So if I have an electrolyzer here, I know if I send it over the top of something, bloop, then I can have hydrogen over here self-filtered, and then the oxygen can flow out off to the right. All right, so that would work. So if I were to do something just like this, we'll try to make it a little bit of a blueprint. So if I were to put a door right there, just like that, and then a pump right here, and I detect that it's hydrogen based on a pressure, which is going to be, and then we just let the air flow, actually mesh tiles below that. Probably want to make this stuff relatively hot. Oh no, not the save! Not the save! I let go of the mouse. Please. Ha! Ha! We're all right. Okay, so I could do that number right there. Good deal. Close this up with Mavic. Oops, not like that. And we let that flow out. Just like so. We don't have to worry about the temperatures here because we just don't have to worry about them. We can make that double tall, just like so. And then if I copy that real quick, that ends up 3. Yuck. It is all self-filtering though. Let's just keep rolling with it. Then over here, I'd have 2 gas pumps made out of thermium, possibly. And I could turn them on or off based on the pressure I find in that spot. And that would allow me to connect all of these together if I really wanted to do that. I could do it. How many tiles wide? That makes that 10 tiles wide. The only other way to do this would be to just put a whole bunch of electrolyzers right next to each other and then filter the gases that are running through all the pipes. Although technically you could kind of get away from the bottom one, but then you still end up with a risk. Okay, so the cool thing about this arrangement here is that it would actually provide extra power. So that would be pretty handy. Who's back? Oh, you're back. Hey, what's up? Bunch of coal, diamond, fluorine, all that stuff. All right, cool. The only thing I don't like about this design is this 3rd tile right here. Hey, shredder, shredder, no shredder, no shredder, bad shredder. This should be a priority level 1. Go do something else. Shredder, shredder, shredder. No! All right, let's shrink it up a little bit then. 1, 2, just like that. Shredder, no! Wait. You have a priority level 1 that you're going to do over a priority level 8? Shredder. You're highly confused about what you're supposed to be doing right about now. All right, let's get rid of this. These dupes. All right, Atmos sensor. Throw that wires in right there. There we go. And then we can even put a door on top of that because we're cool like that. It's an electrolyzer. It's just arranged slightly different, which means if I copy this, I should be able to go right like that. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah, that's gonna be it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna need a lot of these. Here, we'll place this one out here for reference, then we'll come back and get it later. Until then, I'm just going to copy it up. And Shredder is all about these electrolyzers, man. Look at them go. What do we have? 1, 2, we have 5 right there. 10. There you go. There's all 10 of them. And while you're at it, let's go ahead and make these bunker tiles a little bit wider. Need more steel. Oh, wait. I didn't make any of this stuff out of the right material. Cancel it all. We're gonna work with some really fine materials this time. Thermium. And then a thermium gas pump. Ooh, that is stylish. Maybe thermium's a little bit hot for what we're working with here. Maybe I only need steel, but I need more steel. Dupes. All right, so the doors are made of iron ore, and then the equipment is made of steel. That's a good way to go. Man, there's a ton of power involved. All right. Tons of power. Speaking of power, I've got all this power here that has to do something. Let's start off with the most important thing here, making sure that the equipment doesn't get destroyed by meteors. So we'll build up the bunker tiles, then we're going to add all of this, which means I'm going to have a ton of hydrogen, which I have to do something with. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with all that? I mean, I know some of it's going to turn into liquid hydrogen, and then I'm going to need a bunch of generators. Man, I'm not sure if I'm going to get to crispy critters or not. You know. Nope. It's priority level 1, Nicola. No, go somewhere else. No. No. Go somewhere else. Actually, you know what? Rather than dumping this steam over here to the left, what I'm going to do is use this bottom one just for keeping everything cool. Because I've got quite a bit of stuff going on here that could potentially get really hot. So that's all of this. We'll just get rid of that, seal it up. Which reminds me, all of this needs to be insulated. Oops, you got a lot of work to do. That thing's gonna be back in 10 cycles. Oh no, Kenzilla doesn't know what to do. Such indecision anymore. It's like you do have a few things you could do over here. I mean, just a few. By the way, we need drywall right here, guys. This is actually more important than anything because otherwise we can't get any of that steam to the turbines. We want to make sure we do that. And we need power, so make sure you guys fill that in too. Randolph, how are we doing on the steel production, buddy? What? You telling me you maxed it out already? You're awfully efficient. How about you make some more? Because we've got a giant order coming your way. Double our capacity, bud. How are we doing on the insulation dupes? You're doing all right. I think we could do another 15 or so. Do we have anything that we can... Do I have any ideas for the magma? Still no real ideas for that. Steam powered is one of them. I'd like to melt some regolith if possible. Let's see here. Is there anything else that could possibly be melted for an energy gain that might not be quite as hot as regolith? Because if we take a look at the temperature that regolith melts at, it's 1,400 degrees. Kind of hot. But the real key thing here is that the regolith at a specific heat capacity of 0.2 turns into magma, which has the specific heat capacity of 1. So it actually multiplies the amount of power you get out of it by 5, which is absolutely amazing and awesome. However, the systems that actually do that are kind of complicated, so I haven't really figured out how to make that small just yet. You do gain a huge potential for the amount of power, though, you can get out of it, so that's good. I guess the other things that can melt into magma here is ceramic, lime at 1,000 degrees, sandstone at 926. Oh. Sedimentary rock, radium. Has anybody found radium yet? But what is granite's specific heat capacity? 0.79. But it does turn to magma. That's only at 668 degrees. See, now we could melt that with the rocket itself, right? If we just take granite, we ran it through here, it melted into magma, boom, we'd end up with more energy. And then if we had a loader down there that could sustain the temperature, which I think might actually be possible, we should be able to unload the igneous rock, because it's not going to stay in magma form, because magma cools into igneous rock. There's a lot of good theories here. Oxalite, there we go. We can make oxalite by using oxygen and gold. We can turn, we could turn oxygen, but it has a specific heat capacity of 1. We could turn it into magma and turn it into rock. We could turn oxygen into a rock. That's pure alchemy right there. See, like, I would be okay with just melting down sandstone and turning it into igneous rock, because if anything, you know, igneous rock is a little bit more useful. Plus I have a ton of it. So all I'm doing is converting it from one thing to the other. Alright, I think I'm going to have to run an experiment, but I do have an idea of how I could potentially melt that. Using piped magma. Or using rocket exhaust. But we'll have to run that experiment another day. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's video. Dupes, why are you building this? This is literally a priority level 1. It's priority level 1, dude. Shredder. What is your priority, Shredder? You must really like to deliver. I probably put you super high on deliver. Storing. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess you're just doing your job, Shredder. You're good at it. Thanks for being awesome. Now I got a bunch of debris over here. Alright, so here we go. I have 2 gas pumps that are going to go on up here. They are going to look for oxygen. So, if I use the right automation here, where are you? We can do a gas element sensor. Oh, crap. Whatever, we'll do it right there. No. Not what I wanted, but hey, there it is. Oh wait, I can still do one right there. We'll do one right there. We'll just put a bridge in. And then we'll throw in a gas filter. Again, making this stuff out of thermium because it's incredibly hot up here. Aha! So if either of these detect oxygen, we're gonna let the oxygen flow right into there. If they're carbon dioxide, well, This is actually a vacuum right here. This is just wallpaper, not drywall. So we can just dump it out into space. So that gas bridge, we'll just jump over there like that. And somewhere down here, whatever. There you go, boom. And then power-wise, everything just runs off the big heavy watt wire. Ha! So now if we get oxygen back inside of either of these silos, we can turn it into fuel for our rockets. All right, we need all dupes on deck here. Let's get this stuff built. We only have 5 cycles. It's not going to be built by the time they get back, or by the time the rocket gets back. But I would like to see if this thing could actually capture some energy from the steam. Not that I'm going to be storing it, doing much with it, but would like to see what happens. All right, so I cleared this little bit out right there. I'm going to use my copy tool, and I just want to copy this stuff up real quick. Boom. That's pretty handy. Cancel that. Liquid pipes. It doesn't matter which way it's going in, it just matters which way it's going out. Rather than the liquid flowing out the bottom, I just want to flip that around to go out the top. All right, so here's the cold line. I'll just go ahead and do 3 right there, 3 right there. Keep all of those nice and cold. Now, I probably should do some battery storage. I could probably do that right up here. It probably doesn't need to be all that. Ooh, never mind. This is like super hot right there, isn't it? It might be very hot storage, which means I wouldn't actually have to keep it cold because technically space would keep it cold enough if I used high enough temperature stuff. So if I made this out of niobium or thermium, then I wouldn't actually have to keep it cool. So long as there's enough atmosphere to conduct the heat away into the regolith up there. That's weird enough to work. And then, depending on the battery levels, maybe I can run a little clapper thing and let the juice flow this way to go into here and then flows into the rest of the grid. I'd like this thing to be self-powering if possible, which may not even be worth the effort. Probably isn't worth the effort. It'd be cool though. 3.4 cycles, dupes. You're getting close. You're just about there. You almost have everything we need. Although we could use some atmosphere. That would be nice. Plus water. Yeah, there's still stuff not over here. That should be there. If we take a look at our Shinebug reactor, I have cut down the number that's inside of here just a little bit. We're down to 351 watts over here. So it's just a little bit less than where we were last time. And if we take a look at the decor, I now have 86 Shinebugs in that spot. And I guess a few of them have escaped. Maybe when I was running with the eggs or something like that. There's a lot of them that moved. So that number there seems a little bit better. You can get a nice long look at it with this beautiful save. Oh man, more shovel eggs? Holy cow. How many of these do I have now? I was down to like 1, but now I'm up to 13. All right, let's sweep that up. Super high priority. Get it out of here. Ah! Oh no! What happened? All of my Shinebugs ended up in here. No! Every time I turn around, I'm being overrun by critters. First it was attack of the pips, and it was all Meep's fault. Then it was attack of the poke shells. Now it's attack of the Shinebugs. Every time I try to get rid of them, they come at me in numbers. What am I gonna do with all these dudes? We only have one choice. We have to open the doors. All right, so how am I going to get an atmosphere into all of this stuff? I almost feel like just building a big container, just filling it, keeping the doors open. I feel like that's my only option. So if I deconstruct these background buildings here and then turn them into a tile, so then I need a canister emptier over here. Whoop. You and you. I need to bottle up as much as I can. I've already got this one filled, so that's good. And I have this one, just about filled. Just gotta plug it in. Then that's a little bit. Oh, but then we need supercoolant for the line to do its thing. So many things. All right, so I can dump my supercoolant right here, and then we can pump it into that thing. It'd be nice if we can get all of that built. Dupes. How many cycles do you have? 1.9. Oh boy. What I'm afraid of is that the rocket is going to come back, steam is going to find its way into the turbines, and then they're going to overheat. Oh wait, they shouldn't overheat, they should stop. Okay, good. Whoa! There goes another rocket. I noticed that this, every once in a while, does have a pipe that kind of breaks. I feel like you have to set this really carefully. I've backed it off to negative 256. I don't know how that one piece of pipe actually got damaged inside of insulation, but I have had to go in here and fix this stuff a couple of times already, so I keep backing it off, trying to find the right number there. I think it has to do with this thing runs, it just creates a cold spot right in this area. So some of that piped hydrogen can potentially get a little bit too cold. It is moving now 10 kilograms of hydrogen all the time, so. But it does a good job here. It travels out at negative 256, and it comes back at 256. So actually 256.6 is what it leaves at. It comes back at 256 even-ish, depending on all the gases that are in this area. See what happens when we cover this with a bunch of hot steam. Dr. Eskimo, this isn't the time to sleep. Hovering in midair. Get to work! Does the oxygen, is this up and running? No, not yet. That should be looking for oxygen. If I ever bring oxygen back, which means that should filter out oxygen. If you guys, you still haven't built this. One cycle, and the Spirit of Val is going to return with some hot magma. How much insulation pipe can I build? 3 tiles worth. Whoa! Whoa! Man, watch out. I need at least enough of it to get it out of the silo. How many tiles is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 5 minimum. I can make more if duplicates would actually get around to doing it, but I guess they're kind of preoccupied, aren't they? And my primary operator is kind of locked in his room right now. Are you? So who do I have for operating? They might all be stuck in rockets. What do I got? 1, 2, 3. That's, yeah, I really only have Kitty down here. Well, she's locked in a room. Kenzilla, who's more of a sweeper than anything. Really, I don't have somebody who's going to do a lot of operating. I'll be. Where you at? Congrats. You're an operator. Oh, that's right. I cleared some stuff out over here because I was going to make some more barracks. Whoa. You guys are going to get bedrooms? Everybody else is going to be jelly. Yeah, these dupes are going to get bedrooms because the roof is 1 tile taller. Dupes, you only have 0.3 of a cycle. You're definitely not ready. I think we're going to miss the deadline here. Quick, lock the doors. Don't let the customer in. Just send them back around the carbon asteroid a few times. Quickly finish everything else up. Oh boy. These are running really good now that they have access to so much heat. Uh-oh. Oh no. Just like that, the power starts to fluctuate. Oh. At least now we'll be able to see just how much steam we're dealing with, because I never actually counted the number here. Oh, here it is. Bam, just like that. How hot? Ooh, 400 degrees or so. And nearly a kilogram. You can see, oh, here we go. The steam turbine's turning on. What do we have inside of the liquid cargo tank? Oh no! Well, we do have magma. It was 1,700 some degrees Celsius, but, well, you know, maybe that isn't a bad thing. It's actually radiating heat into the environment. So, I mean, there's that. But hey, look, all these steam turbines are running. So if this is below 200 degrees Celsius, then it should open up and we can let all of that liquid run. Although it has nowhere to go right now. So currently it's just building up in the pipe. Ooh, it does go over 200 degrees Celsius every now and then. Now, I might want to actually set that up a little bit higher, but I don't know. We'll play around with that number. No, Nixon, I locked the doors, but you still found a way in. I know, dude. It's hot in there. You gotta be careful. Don't go back in. What's the temps in there? Ooh. Well, it's only 200 some degrees Celsius. If we take a look at the gas here, it is a mixture of steam and carbon dioxide. Some of it is over 6 kilograms down here. And it's kind of very thin at the top. Oh yeah, and by the way, let's disable this. We don't want that thing to auto-launch again and spend another 50 cycles out there. Whoa, look at how much these steam turbines want to run. Shh, just hold on, steam. We just have a few things to build before that can happen. Nicola's on it. Oh crap, how am I going to get to those pipes? All right, let's shut all the doors down. Shut them all down. We need to deconstruct the floor tile just to build the pipes. Stay at it, dupes. You can do it. Where's that liquid pipe? Oh, yeah, it's there. Excellent. We're fine. We're fine. There's nothing to worry about here. Nothing at all. You know, I think 3 silos full of incredibly hot gas is not necessarily good for my frame rate. But look at all that steam. Look at it all. 1.7 kilograms up there. If we launch this thing off and we don't send it to the end of the solar system and back, yeah, we can definitely generate a ton of power. I think we might even end up with a positive gain of how much liquid and stuff that goes through the whole thing. Door. Once we build the door, we can add an atmosphere. Here comes the other rocket back. Oh. You know, they have like an extra long run. They have to go all the way up over here and back because they can't get there through that door. Well, the rocket will take care of that. Ah. Hey, who put this regolith here? Now I'm going to have to put a digger up there. Oh, and it doesn't fit. I guess I'll have to put an open door there. Whenever you don't want like regolith to ruin your day, you make it an open door. All right. Not necessarily, but I don't know. That's what I'm going to... Crap, I can't do that either. All right, whatever. We'll deal with that in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Here's what I could do. It's been a minute in real time, my time. So we will deconstruct that tile. Priority level 9. Come on, Ren, you can do it. Yeah, nope. Nope. And then, haha. And just like that. However, ooh, that's going to be expensive right there. At least we've made more steel. So, who put this wall tile here? I did. So over time, it seems like this is averaged out to 2 kilograms per tile. Wow. So there was one thought of if we took this rocket silo and rather than building it up here at the top of the map, I don't know, built it down here, just think of all the steam you could potentially get out of that as it's flying through your base. And not to mention, I think a steam rocket would do a very similar thing to what we're doing here with the hydrogen. Yeah. You might be able to power like all the way through endgame with just nothing more than a steam rocket providing power. That would be pretty cool. All right, so there we go. I can bring in oxygen or I can bring in hydrogen to this area. Set it up to auto bottle, priority level 9. Okay, so we should be able to bring in an atmosphere over here. I think Meep's got our first bottle here. There we go, a little bit of oxygen. It smells like life. All right, how's our magma doing? 1,400 degrees Celsius. Uh-oh. It's going to drop down in temperature low enough to possibly just turn straight into a solid. So what happens then? I should probably save the game right now. Of course, I saved it right before an autosave. I'm going to be here for like 10 minutes. Oh, there's a good question. How many megabytes is my save up to? Ooh, 78. Nice. How's that atmosphere doing in there? Oh, it's thin. It's really thin. Yeah, speaking of atmosphere, this poor guy over here does not have enough pressure to do what it needs to do. So that's why it keeps turning off. Now, I should get some oxygen back once this thing actually comes back, but do you think it could run off of 1 kilogram of carbon dioxide? We're about to find out. Either way, I'll have to destroy these tiles. So, oh yeah, never even finished this thing. All right, so the telescope is in use, but you're not focusing on anything. Catalina, you're just wasting time. She's in there pretending to work. I see you. No. Oh, is this one we researched? Interesting. Methane, carbon dioxide, crude oil, petroleum, mystery. That's 29% niobium, though, from the hydrogen planet. Huh, that might be worth visiting. And considering it's this solid, I could bring back, like, straight niobium, couldn't I? At least that's what you guys were telling me down there in the comment section. Here, let's analyze that object. What do we got here? Oxygen, 39, aluminum. Bleh. That's a pretty cool little thing. A marvel of the cosmos inside this display. Oh. Ooh. Meep, I think you need to upgrade your saxophone. Oh, I tell you what, we'll upgrade the blender. I just noticed there's a pre-coolerator, and it says don't drink from it. There's a paku in the pre-cooler. Funny. A little bit of paku in there. You know what that means? Our new bedrooms down here, they could actually have something on display. Have those been built yet? No, they have not. But rather than having boring plants, no, we'll bring back some space stuff. Pedestal, Oh man, you guys might even get a comfy bed. Again, don't tell anybody. Oh wait, you don't get a comfy bed. Sorry. It's space debris or comfy bed. We're going with space debris. Welcome to your cot. It's made of granite. It's very comfortable. All right, let's take a look at what's happening here. Magma, it's now down to 1300. The temps inside of here, they've gone up. It was around 200 something. They're now up to 300. So it's kind of crispy in there. These windows tiles down here, they're an impressive 800 degrees Celsius. Ooh. I've also put the chair back in place, so the reception desk is back in order. Although this is still kind of crummy looking over here. I gotta clean that up. Blech. Blech. All those pipes and wires and ugh. Holy moly, the decor is blinding. Woo. All right, how's the atmosphere now? Ooh, look at that. That's a strong 135 grams for tile. It doesn't help that this is venting venting gas right there. Come on, dupes. Albie, you finally have a little cot to call your own. It's not quite a bedroom just yet. Apparently we were waiting for more ceramic. Once that happens over here, there's so many things. I need more operators, so we'll try to bring in a few more operators here. Look at that, solid 12 frames per second. Nice. I even overclocked my computer over the weekend just to like get a few more frames. Okay, I overclocked it a little bit more aggressively than it was. A couple of these should have enough gas in there to kind of work. No, this one doesn't. This one does not. All right, so let's go ahead and get some supercoolant in this thing. Drop that over there. Boom. We'll run the generator. We'll pump it in. We should be good to go. All right, so it's time for a new duplicate. There we go. Perfect. What an operator. Nightfire0, welcome to the base. And thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. And your priority, Mr. Nightfire, is going to be operating. So that means your skill down here is going to be under this. Ooh, I gotta work on the schedule here too. I got too many on the same days here. So, Night Owl, you need to be here for JB1. And for day, or early bird I should say, Albie, that's what you like. Nightfire, you seem like a midday guy, so there you go. Even with all these dupes, we're still making use of just 2 lavatories. It's just in constant use, that's all. Don't ask me how many germs are in there. All right, so let's connect all of this to the grid. Boom, just like that. Make sure we plug in the automation that I need over here to make sure that things get nice and cold. We do have power. Do we have crude supercoolant? No, how much supercoolant did I bring in? Oh, that's a pretty good amount. I think for right now, that's good enough. So if that is above a certain temperature, then it would run, so long as we have power, which means the next thing I need to bring in here is water. But I should have water on hand. Boom, right there. Let's make that a priority level 8. Make that a 9 so that I don't end up dumping all of my water into space. Ooh. I don't think this sensor is going to be built. Okay, so that's an 8, that's an 8, and this is going to be a 7. There you go, dupes. Actually, you know what? That's a vacuum inside of there. I'd rather have a vacuum than mess it up, so. Meep! No! Why'd you fly in here? Man, now you brought carbon dioxide in here. And then Dr. Eskimo seals in the carbon dioxide. Just when I get ready to put the tile in. What do? You fly up there and fill it with carbon dioxide. No! No! Dupes. Just stay out of here. Let it vent and then build it from right down here. That's all you gotta do. Just build it right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is that stuff running? Oh, it's running. Because it's running into there. Oh, whoa, everything turned on. So here comes a bunch of water, and that's running to the thermal aqua tuner. And since that is hot, it's cooling down the steam turbines, maybe. I have all of these set to be anything that is, when it's below 220 degrees, then the doors will open up and it will let more of it in. But for right now, it's all running at a very a lower rate because we're just using one port. Interesting. Nightfire 0, good job working. We don't need that anymore though. It's done. Thanks for being a good operator though. All right, so now I have a good amount of water down here. That just happens to be really hot. That's going to be 150, and that's 130. And then if we ever actually build that spot right there, boom, we'll take care of it. Nope, we're not going to do that. This down here might cook though, dupes. Cool, so you can see the steam is flowing into the steam turbine right there. Oh, that's neat. How's the magma doing? It's down to 900 degrees. That's just gonna explode the second we go to do anything with that. Oh, it looks like we're finally getting around to building the critter crisper again. Got a little ways to go on that one. Drandolf, are you starving to death? There's no way you're starving to death. You have a refrigerator full of food. Gristleberry, delicious. You're telling me you're too hungry. Food type not permitted. Oh, all right. If that's how you want to be. First off, you have to blame Meep, not me, because he's the one that brought it over there. There you go. +1 morale. That's better than starvation. Pop teardrops. Are you telling me you're having high oxygen again? Dude, you're always high on oxygen over here, Drandolf. I think you have a problem. All right, let's go ahead and let the dupes go inside of here. We're going to set up these heavy watt conductive wire things to do what they need to do. Oh, buddy, what should we do with this pipe? I feel like anything we do with it is just going to explode the second we touch it. So, let's just blow it up. See if we can get the liquid to flow over here. Maybe it'll go over there. We'll try it with igneous rock. I don't have ceramic, and I don't want to risk my insulation on this. Like, if it comes back hot next time, if I do it again, then we can make use of it. How much water have we condensed into this area? Holy. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we have more than enough steam down here. Like 100 kilograms, 73 kilograms per tile. That should be good. How's the temperatures doing? Well, it's not catching fire. Did you bring back some oxygen? I know a steam turbine that would love some oxygen. And I would also like to see the system. What? Come on, Meteor, dude. Okay, so all the oxygen ended up right here. The one spot I didn't plug it in. I should have known better. That really is the least convenient spot for some oxygen. Like if this one brings back oxygen, it could end up anywhere, you know? All right, so that guy's going back out there, but it's going to go to a different one over here. So this brings back oxygen, niobium. That's what I really wanted, the niobium there. A little bit of ice too. All right, so we're just about ready to connect that. Yeah, like I thought. This thing just exploded the second it came out. So magma just turns straight into igneous rock and just drops right down. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Let's just go ahead and empty the storage. Okay, that works. Goodbye. Oh! Can you put magma on display? And if so, what would that do? All right, so I have a need for this water to go somewhere. So we're just gonna put it over here into these liquid reservoirs. So that will act as a buffer for all of my electrolyzers that I'm going to build over here. However, unfortunately, I am out of time for today's video, so we're just gonna have to do that next time. And we're also going to go ahead and send this thing up with a cargo bay all the way out here. To see if we can bring back some tungsten and wolframite. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. If this looks like the channel for you, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Stay awesome, guys. Peace. Brothgar